Hi there, it's Miss Novakowski coming to you from the studio at Grower Elementary in the Richmond School District. We're going to continue our investigation of macrame and learning how to make different shapes, and this video will show you how to make a hexagon. So to make this hexagon, we only need to use our two basic knots, the larkshead knot, which is what we use to attach our cords to our stick here. Get over and through and pull. And again, if you can't remember how to do the basic macrame knots, I have a video showing how to do each basic knot. So I've got 6 cords and they're all about 1 meter each. And I attach my 6 cords onto the stick here to get started. So 6 cords to make a hexagon, which has 6 sides. So often when we see a regular hexagon, and now a regular hexagon, remember, has 6 sides of the same length and 6 angles that are the same. That's what makes it regular, all the same sides, all the same angles. We often see it oriented so that it has a square or straight side across the top. But it's a hexagon regardless of its orientation. So no matter how you rotate it, it's still a hexagon. And so the macrame design we're going to be doing today has the hexagon oriented so that there is a corner or a vertex at the top, and then goes down on each side, and then down here, and then meets at the bottom like this. So now I start in the center, so I take the 2 center cords here, the 3rd one in from the left and the 3rd one in from the right, and I'm going to make a square knot. And this is going to be the top vertex of our top corner of our hexagon. So now I take the 2 left cords and join with the next 2 left cords on the left and do another square knot. And I'm trying to keep them the same, size and tightness so that I have some consistency in the shape of my hexagon. So again, I take the 2 left cords from this one and add them to the 2 remaining cords on the left here and do another square knot. And I'm not leaving very much space here in between the square knots for this particular design. Okay. So there is the first side of the 6 sides I'm going to do for my hexagon. And then I go back to the center one here. And I've got the one in the middle, and now I'm going to take the 2 cords on the right and add them to these 2 cords on the next right here and make a square knot. So you can see that this one is symmetrical to the one on the left. And making sure that they line up. And then again, the far 2 right cords joining with the last 2 cords on the right to make another hexagon. So now I've made 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 knots, and I've got 2 sides of my hexagon. Okay, so the next step is to do the 2 parallel sides on the left and the right side. So we're going to add 2 more square knots using the 4 cords here on each side. One more over here. So now you can see 2 sides across coming down the top, 2 from the side, and now we're going to do the last 2 sides of the hexagon at the bottom. Okay, and to do the last 2 sides, I leave these 2 on the side here. I take the 2 cords on the right hand side here, and I'm going to add them to these 2 cords here, the next 2 cords on the right. Always sort of check and make sure I don't have my cords overlapping, so make sure I've got the right ones. And I do 1 square knot here. And you can see that this square knot here is parallel or symmetrical to the one above it up here. And then I do the same thing on this side. So I take the 2 on the far right, and I'm not going to use those. I take these 2, and then I'm going to add them to these 2 center ones here and do a square knot. And then for my final knot, I'm taking the 2 cords in the center, and then 1 on each side for my final 4 cords here to make my final square knot at the bottom. And that's how to make a hexagon shape using square knots. So you've got 1, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 sides.